What's up, guys? So, tonight I'm going to bring a book that we think it was meant for children or for little kids, right? But it was literally meant for us adults. The Wizard of Oz, right? So, what is it? What is it? What's so powerful about the Wizard of Oz, right? Well, we have to go back when we were in school and people read that book to us thinking it was a book of fictional characters, right? Mm, and it's not, right? So the Wizard of Oz starts with a little girl who's lost. Mm. Is it you, baby? Is it you? Okay, now. What's up? All right. Okay. So we're gonna. What's up? Hi. Please shout out my friend Olive Gabe Horn. What? Okay, please shout out my. I cannot shout it out, but I can mention it. Shout out my friend Olive Gabe Horn. Princess said hi. Princess Erica said hi. What's up? Mm. How tall are you? Okay, are we in the Olympics or what? You know, I'm tall enough, right? So we are talking about the Wizard of Oz. We thought that book was little for little children, for little boys. It's not. It's for us, right? The Wizard of Oz. Yep. So I'm going to illustrate very fast. Why is that book so great and to this day is very relevant to achieve and to push us to accomplish anything that we want? Okay. First of all, it's a little girl who has been lost, and along the way, she meets a lot of people, right? The Scarecrow, the Tin Man, the Lion, right? To wrap this up into very short, clear message is all these fictional characters is really you and me. Okay? The little girl, the scarecrow, the tin man, and the lion. Okay? This it's a very broad topic. This is gonna help you in any area of your life. Right? Who's we? We, the people. Okay? We're talking about the book The Wizard of Oz. Sometimes we think that's just a book for little children and boys. I already repeated like 5 times already, but I don't mind. So that book is literally shows us how we, the people, give our power to somebody who's nothing. Okay, people who have read the book, people who haven't watched the movie. I'm gonna recap everything. Okay, I'm gonna go through a little bit something. Okay, So it's about a little girl who gets lost and she goes to another dimension. She she's away from home, and along the way she meets a scarecrow, a tin man, and a lion. Okay, and she wants to get back home, but she doesn't know because she thinks she's lost. Okay, so she goes through a lot of things, right? But let's go straight to when she and all her friends meet the Oz. Okay, so the Oz is a terrible man, a terrible wizard who everybody is scared of, who controls reality. Okay, and at the end of the day, find a job. This is my job, bro. Donate something. If not, just go to another channel. Okay, so at the end of the day, the Wizard of Oz was an old man with no job, right? Just like me, right? But I'm not trying to be the old man. I'm trying to be the one who's telling you that you don't need the Wizard of Oz because the Scarecrow was looking for a brain all this time, and he had a brain. The Tin Man was looking for heart, and he had a feelings all the way. The Lion was looking for courage, and he had it all inside. Okay, there's something very powerful in this little small book. If you guys not into reading, that's okay. Okay, there's a movie about it. Okay, you can watch the movie. This movie was made in 1930, 1940, some around there. So you guys need to understand, it took me time to understand that truth works backward. Okay, it's not direct, it's backward. Oh, it's a kids movie, right? It's entertaining, but in the entertainment, there's truth thrown at you, right? What's up? You should look for a brain too. Yeah, I have one, brother. Yeah, you shouldn't be watching me if you have one. So, this is a gay club? No, I'm not gay. I'm straight. I have gay friends though, but I don't believe in that, right? So, my sperm is too good to be thrown into another man. So, I'm I'm very excited that I came into this book, right? Because a lot of times people will criticize me, like, bro, why are you reading this kid's book? You're weird. It's not weird, bro. Like, literally, this is telling you what reality is, right? This is literally telling you what we're doing with religion, what we're doing with political leaders. We're giving our power away, right? We're looking for something outside that is already inside. It's so obvious. When I read that book and I watched the movie, I was just laughing at myself, like, oh my God, this is so crazy. Like, we really do that on a daily basis. With religion, we think God is something outside. So here's the crazy part, though. Even the old man, the wizard in the Wizard of Oz, tells you, I'm just an old man with no profession. But people keep pushing me and keep telling me they want answers. And I had to come up with something. So he used fear, he used sound, smoke, tone of voice, mm, technology. mm. It's the same thing that is happening right now. mm. Same thing. you know. It's so crazy because that book it's so relevant to these days as it was earlier. Mm. Are you a nice agent? Yeah, part time. Yeah. So, guys, if we want change, if we want to shift our reality, we need to start using our brain. We need to start listening to our heart, and we need to start making decisions. We because we have courage already. All right. And so to wrap it up, the little girl ends up going to her home, right? Because she stops giving the power to the old man, everybody, because they discover he's a liar, he's a charlatan, right? But this is what people look for because they don't want to think for themselves. Because that's the most difficult thing in the world to think for yourself. It's the most difficult and almost impossible task to think for yourself. Why? Because it's scary. Because you don't know if you're right or wrong, right? And in this reality, it's not about being right or wrong, right? Can I get a shootout to my homie Gabe Athos? So this is what's up, guys. And I recommend you guys to think about this and never de-appreciate your brain, your heart, and your own courage that you have. You guys can do many things, right? But it's not gonna happen if you give it away to other people. And the worst part is that sometimes we give it away to people who are just like lame, whack, right? So here's the catch. The old man who played God said, actually, you guys should not be fear of me. I fear you. That's the part that got me though. That's the part that got me. Okay. Religion, any religion tells you on their scripture, on their books, that you need to fear God, right? And every time I read that, it just brings me back to the Wizard of Oz. Like, man, you're just an old man, stinky old man without a profession, feeding off people's fear. Mhm. That's what they do. So we cannot complain because we give our power away by looking outside of us, Mhm. looking for somebody to make a miracle for us, looking for some answer that we already have. Okay. Life is not about am I right, am I wrong? Life, it's about going out there and you live, and then other people will tell you the yes or no. It's a balance. It's not about yeses and all no's. It's yeses and no's. Life cannot be a product of only positive things. Okay? It's just like a battery in your remote control, a battery in any device that you have. A battery has a positive and negative. Okay? It's not bad or good. They both need each other. Mhm. It's just the polarity of one thing. It's the end of one thing. So yeah, so the reason I wanted to talk about tonight about that because I thought it was hilarious that all this time they were fearful of a old man who was nothing, but he had his tricks, all right, and to a certain point, technology, right, to make people fear, to make people weak, and think that they needed him, and they don't. You know, they don't. You know, God is not something outside of you, and I'm not saying you're God. Right? God is an essence. It's a DNA. Okay, God is not a person. It's a DNA. You share God DNA. Okay, so if you want to worship, there's no such thing. But if you want to worship, it's your DNA. Okay, it's not something out there. It's not, and you guys know it. Right? You guys know it, but sometimes because it comes from somebody who you don't like or how he is, you don't pay attention. And I don't care, right? I'm not the only one saying this. There's a few out there, whose truth it's being spoken, and it's not because I'm against religion. It's just I'm against slavery to a certain extent. But a lot of people like to be slaves, and you cannot be mad at that. right? When somebody signs his own contract to be a slave, you cannot sign for him. It's an individual decision. Once you want to stop being a slave, nobody can co-sign for you. It's a signature that you have to do on your own, right? There's no co-sign. Slavery is individual, right? So yeah, I think this is a powerful book, powerful movie, and a powerful message because it shows the truth. But what it makes me like interested is because it was not meant for adults, it was meant for children. Now I'm like, I never get that, right? But I'm gonna forget that part and I'm gonna just make it my own. And I'm gonna know that I have a brain, I have a heart, and I have courage. Okay. And if I have those three, I'm already capable of making the best decisions in the world. And nobody can make them for me. And that's the truth, right? And the truth sometimes comes backwards indirectly, right? But it comes, okay? It comes. And when it comes, sometimes it will make you uncomfortable. Sometimes it will make you mad, angry, right? Can you imagine being slave for 10, 20, 30, 40 years? And then you say, you know what? I've been in slavery for 20, 30 years. Of course, you're not going to be happy. You're going to be upset, right? But it's just part of the awakening process. It's just part of the new life that you're going to start living, right? And this is why I tell my friends, family, that it's okay that you acknowledge that you've been building your own prison, nobody else, right? You should pat yourself on the back that, okay, you made it. You made it, right? People die and never know that they don't even know what we're here for. They just die just like nothing, right? So this is not a race. People have different times. The awakening is going to happen regardless. By default, it's just going to happen. People before, in the middle, and after. But when it happens, it's not if you can go back. Like you will not go back because forward is everything that you always needed, everything that you always wanted. And the best part that that's the best legacy that you can leave for your family, to your family, not to be slaves no more. Okay. That's the biggest richness and the biggest wealthy thing and bank account that you can have for your family is to tell them that they don't have to be slaves no more. Okay. You have to keep yourself on check all the time because that Wizard of Oz is always wandering up there. He's always checking. He doesn't sleep, right? And your duty and your responsibility is to know that you don't need nothing out there. You're already capable and suited with everything you always needed, right? But along the way, you will need people to talk about, right? But yeah, this is not a negative, positive thing. This is just another day, okay? And another day has its own benefits, its own wins, and we should appreciate another day. And I tell you guys, everything that you will always need is inside here. Okay. The hard part is because we want to know a yes or a no. If we want to do something, we want to know if we want to succeed or not. But just because we already awoke, we already awakened, you're already succeeding. Okay. The setbacks, the failures is just the building of character. Okay. It's just the building of character. That's all. And you shouldn't be shameful and you shouldn't feel sad about it. You should feel happy that you're going forward. Okay. It's just like a baby. When he's born, he doesn't start running right away. He starts moving around little by little, right? Crawling, stepping, walking, running. Mhm. And little by little, he goes up, up, up. So by default, you're already moving forward. You cannot go back. It's impossible. That's the guarantee about waking up. Okay. You can never go back. Even if you want to, you can't. You cannot. And I'm going to wrap it up with this. Thank you guys for supporting. Thank you guys. And see you guys soon.